News 8's First Responder Spotlight, Monday on News 8 at Sunrise. Sponsored by Duncan.
To create a new space or put yourself in a better place, use an ESL home equity line of credit. With great low rates, no closing costs, and financial flexibility, you can improve the life of your home and the lives within. Apply for yours today.
Join the virtual Rock Tech Conference on Thursday, September 17th.
Welcome back to Buffalo Kickoff Live. Sal Capaccio, WGR 550, joining us now. Sal actually just came sprinting from inside the stadium. How strange was it not seeing any fans in there?
Well, this would be the time where fans would be pouring in, and that's really what kind of struck me was right about now when I finished my radio duties this time, I'm like, man, there's fans. They're getting into their seats. They're getting down. They want to see the players up close by the wall. That's not happening. But what's really struck me was the crowd noise that you can hear coming from the scoreboard that we're going to hear in the broadcast on television today. You could hear that. It actually does sound like a crowd, but I'm wondering what's going to happen when there's a big third down, when there's a touchdown. How is that going to sound? As far as weather, obviously on and off rain, as you can see, but when you get down in that stadium, that wind really starts to swirl.
Sal, what were the reactions maybe of the players? I know it's kind of a little more loose in there in terms of the early warm-up, the 11 a.m. warm-up. What do you think the players, maybe, what was your read on how the players kind of view the whole atmosphere much different this year?
Well, I think it's something you think about leading up to the game, but as you guys know, football is a game where you have to be dialed in. If you're not focused on what you're doing, it's such a violent sport. Obviously, you don't want to have some sort of injury or something because you're not paying attention. So I think from that aspect, from what I saw, everybody seems to be going through their pregame routines just like normal. And that said, by the way, guys, the Bills are wearing white on white today. That's your first inside info I can give you from the stadium.
Breaking news, everybody.
Absolutely. Good stuff, as always, from Sal. Every week we catch up with Bills starting left tackle Dion Dawkins. It's time for the Big Schno. Are you one of the guys that gets a little extra amped up, a little extra nervous the night before the first game?
Nervous, for sure. More so nervous like all week. like it's not like, yeah, I get nervous.
Yeah. What's the atmosphere like? Is it a little different in the locker room before week one, before that first game?
I mean, the locker room is definitely different. I would say that obviously, like, number one, like, there's less people. But overall, like, the atmosphere, it's just game week. Like, even practice, like it's amazing, like, how it just goes from camp where it's, like, full go, and then as soon as you switch over to the game week, it's just like,
What is it about the Jets' defense, and I'm sure you've started kind of looking at some tape, that makes them tough to go against, especially against the run? I mean, they only allowed a little over 3 yards a carry last year.
Yeah, they have a solid front. I mean, like, they got Jenkins that plays on the outside. They got Terrell Basham, which is a good friend of mine. He's a great bigger athlete in my eyes. And they got, I hope I say like his name right, but McClendon. He's been a known guy there. And honestly, like, they play hard.
We reading into it too much without the fans being there when it comes to the defenses being able to maybe recognize some of the signals and some of the play calls? Or is that a real thing? Is that a real concern?
I honestly think it's a real concern because – so I don't know if there's going to be music. Like, I don't know what they're like going to do, because I was thinking, like, they can't – there can't possibly be, like, crowd noise, because if you think about it, right, if somebody is controlling the dial – when the opposing team gets on the field, they're just going to turn it all the way up. And then when we're on the field, it's going to be quiet. So it's just like – but as far as that, I definitely think that it's going to be very interesting because guys are literally going to be able to hear every call.
How strange is it going to be when you run out of the tunnel and you look around and and there's no one there.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I've been thinking about that feeling over and over, and I don't know how it's gonna feel, because I know when I come out, like the same group of dudes that I always like look to and I wave to, and it's usually like this one dude and his son, and honestly, coming out and not just hearing the fans is just gonna be weird.
Hey, did you see Did you see the team photos they sent out on Instagram?
I just looked at it and I reposted it. Like, they had me like with like I don't know what kind of hat and scarf.
It's like a top hat.
But I'm gonna tell you though, because they did that, I'm gonna do that. Like, I think that that's what I want to do for like Halloween or something. Like that's really creative.
Always good stuff from Dion Dawkins. Coming up after the break, Thad, we're going to get a view from the other sideline.
Yeah, I talked to JP Pelsman from Forbes.com. Interesting take on Sam Darnold and how the Jets might win this game when Buffalo Kickoff Live returns after this.
The 2020 Rock Tech Conference is going virtual this year, Thursday, September 17th.
At City Mattress, you'll create the sleep sanctuary of your dreams. During the Labor Day sale, you'll save on all of it. Shop the City Mattress Labor Day sale and get a free adjustable bed base with any $8.99 or more mattress, plus interest-free financing for up to 36 months. Enjoy free delivery and the comfort of knowing you've paid the lowest price, guaranteed. Find your comfort today at prices everyone can afford. The Labor Day sale, on now only at City Mattress.
At Mazda of West Ridge, we're remodeling and building for the future to create an